I do, every day.
I've got 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. I call this meeting of the Duncanville Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of Board of Trustees is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and that notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. Okay, so we're not going into closed.
It'll take us.
Oh, okay. Okay. We will now hear an appeal of a disciplinary decision made by the board's designee filed by the parent of a Duncanville ISD student. The appeal will be held in closed session in accordance with sections 551.082 and 551.0821 of the Texas Government Code, which is commonly known as the Texas Open Meetings Act. Prior to the board holding this appeal hearing, the board will meet with its attorney, Rhonda Crass, to discuss the procedural steps involved in this appeal pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071. We will call the participants into closed session when we are ready to begin the appeal hearing. We will now adjourn into closed session at this time to meet. The time is 6:01.
Madam President, may we also stay in closed session pursuant to Section 551074, because we can ask the superintendent to stay with us just a moment so he can make one quick announcement about another closed session item.
Very good.
So at this time, we'd ask all the participants except Dr. Smith to remain, and then when we begin to talk about the grievance, Dr. Smith will step out, and then we'll call the school employees and grievance participants back in when we're ready to begin the hearing in closed session.
The board is now reconvening in open session after hearing the appeal filed by Ms. Taylor in closed session. The time is now, somebody tell me, 6:45? In accordance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, any action regarding this matter must be taken in open session. Do I have a motion on the appeal?
Madam President, I move that the board deny the appeal filed by Mrs. Taylor, thereby upholding the decision of the board's designee. Second.
Okay, the motion was made by Joe Veracruz and seconded by Tom Kennedy to deny the request for relief and affirm the decision of the board's designee. Ms. Taylor, you will receive written confirmation of this decision.
Do I have to vote?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, excuse me. The motion was made by Joe Veracruz and seconded by Tom Kennedy. Is there any discussion on this motion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 5-0. Now, the board has voted to deny the request for relief and affirm the decision of the board's designee. Ms. Taylor, you will receive written confirmation of this decision. And now the hearing is now adjourned. Well, yes. We have an agenda item to address the contracts of the senior leadership team. Do I have a motion?
Madam President, I move that we approve the recommendation of the superintendent as presented to offer the one-year term certified administrator contracts to the listed executive district administrators.
I second.
Any questions? All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 5-0. Do I have another motion?
Madam President, I move that we approve the recommendation of the superintendent as presented to offer the one-year term certified professional contract to the listed executive district administrator.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Do I have another motion?
Madam President,
Go ahead.
I move that we approve the recommendation of the superintendent as presented to offer the one-year non-certified professional contract to the listed executive district administrators.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 5-0. Is there any other business? Thank you for coming to the meeting. Being that there are no further items to discuss, the meeting is adjourned.
Dippity-dippity.